And now joining me on the program via Skype is none other than Jaime Melton himself. Jaime, good evening to you. Welcome to China 24.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
You know, let me begin by asking about your experience at the Beijing Winter Games so far. How have things been for you?
It's been really great. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to see the Olympic Village yet, so that's kind of a bummer. But I'm looking forward to seeing that soon. But you know, all the facilities and venues that I've seen so far have been very impressive. So great job to China for putting this all together. It's very impressive. I can't even believe it. And then you know, seeing events like aerials and snowboard halfpipe, that's been super fun. And then seeing Shaun White's last run of an amazing career today, that was something really special. And then of course Eileen's win the other day, that was just one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. That was a really special day. So that was my time here has been really good so far.
A lot of special moments, apparently. Let's talk about Ailing and her big air final. I mean, it was her own decision to do that super difficult 1620 in the last run, knowing it could go both ways.
Of course.
Is it totally something Ailing would do? Were you holding your breath for her?
Was I holding my breath for her? I mean, that is something Eileen would do because she's such a talented athlete, and she knows that if she's gonna try a trick, that she's got the skill to do that trick. So I knew, my heart was racing for sure. But when Eileen is confident in something, and we discuss it, and just go over it, I know that she's got it when she says she does. So yeah, that was truly something amazing.
Well, if she had consulted with you before that last run, would you have said, yes, go for it, go for the 1620?
She did consult with me before that run, and I would have told her to go for it based off of kind of some of the training that we had been doing before. I don't really want to say exactly what that was, but just based off of some of the other things that we'd been doing in training, myself and her other coach Mizra, we both had the confidence that she was able to put that down. So we're really happy we made that decision because it worked out. It worked out really well. So that was great.
I think we're also happy and relieved that it went the way we wanted it to. And her slopestyle competition is just in a couple of days. Some people say she was under a lot less pressure with big air because, one, it was a new event at the Beijing Winter Olympics. Second, she had only been training for a year. So if she had not been successful, it would have been understood, it would have been expected. But slopestyle is a different story here, right? How is the preparation going, and what are your expectations? What are her expectations going into the next event?
Try not to go into it with too much expectation. Just really trying to focus on doing the best that we can and putting down some solid runs. The training's going really well, I'll tell you that much. Eileen works so hard. It's unbelievable how hard she works, and I think that that hard work, she's going to be able to put together a really competitive run. I'm excited to see how the end result, and I think her hard work's gonna pay off. So stay tuned.
We most definitely will. You filmed a lot of Eileen's training videos. Now she is a superstar among particularly young Chinese fans, Chinese youths. What is it like to be the witness of Eileen's growth, and also so many other Chinese students, Chinese young potential athletes that you've been teaching and coaching?
It's been such a pleasure, just seeing Eileen go from a little 10-year-old girl to the inspirational woman she is today. It's honestly been a real treat. And then these other Chinese athletes as well, like they're all such just amazing kids, and it's just been really awesome to see all of them progress through through these 3 years that I've been with these other Chinese athletes, and then as well with Eileen. It's just like, yeah, it's amazing. There's no real word for it. It's just like, yeah, she's quite an inspiration and to a lot of people around the world, and yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Let me ask you this. How does Eileen navigate criticism these days? She's had her fair share in the Winter Olympics, and she could have more as her name becomes bigger both here in China and internationally.
Mm-hmm. Come again. Can you say that one more time?
I was just wondering if you understand how Eileen navigates her criticism these days. She's had some in the course of the Winter Olympics, of course, and she could have more coming her way as her name becomes bigger, both here in China and internationally, following the Games.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like it would be tough for anyone to deal with that, but honestly, I think Eileen deals with it extremely well. I think that Eileen understands that if people are gonna disapprove of who she is or the things that she does or the decisions that she makes, that's on them. And all she can do is just continue to inspire, and that if people, all she can do is continue to inspire, and if people like it, that's great. And then if they disapprove, then that's really on them. So.
I think obviously you have tremendous confidence in her skills and in her abilities to make her own decisions in competitions. But do you worry about maybe overexposure that comes with this new stardom that propels her name to be almost a household name here in China with her successes, initial successes at the Olympic Games?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Do you worry about the overexposure that inevitably comes with her name becoming a household name here in China, with those initial successes and with those possible successes coming her way in the Winter Olympics?
I don't really worry about her overexposure, just because she's just got such a good head on her shoulders, and she just does so well with the pressure that she's, at the end of the day, she's just a normal 18-year-old girl, and she just does so well with it, and she goes to school and she skis and she has fun, and yeah, it's something, it's a tough balance, but I think that I'm very confident in Eileen's ability to kind of avoid that stuff and really just keep looking forwards and yeah. And kind of avoid it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard balance, but it's one Eileen has been striking for as long as we remember. So all things considered, it's very likely she'll continue to do that. One last question, if I may, Jaime. There are 51 non-Chinese coaches for this year's Chinese Winter Olympics team, the most in history. We know you also coach many other Chinese athletes. What do you think of this generation of Chinese skiers, and how important is international exchange for sports?
This generation of Chinese skiers it's like nothing I've ever seen before. This rate of progression from these skiers has been insane over the last 3 years. Excuse me. It's truly amazing, and that international coaches, I think that's also very important, especially while Chinese snow sports in China is kind of in its infancy. To have these international coaches come in and really help, get a good pathway going for the coaches and the athletes, and really get things going. And that's not to say that Chinese coaches aren't great as well. I have a translator, for example, who I started with 3 years ago, who over the last 3 years has just been under my wing and under my assistant coach Cole's wing. He's really developed his coaching skills and become quite a tremendous coach. So I think that in the near future, I think that a lot of these Chinese coaches will be really great coaches as well.
Jamie, I want to thank you for making time for us today, and the best of luck to you and to all the athletes in your care. Thank you so much.